Thanks for being with us tonight on Titans Talk here on News Channel 5+. Titans fall to Oakland 24-21 the final and fall to 2-9 on the season. So where does the team go from here, and what were Mike Mularkey's thoughts on yesterday's loss and moving forward to Jacksonville? Mike Mularkey took the podium earlier today at St. Thomas Sports Park.
Chance to talk to the NFL at all about the call and the big call in question yesterday?
I did. Yes, I did. I vented my frustration over the call. I should say lack of calls. There was a false start to start the play on Crabtree, and then there was OPI in the end zone on Holmes on both of our defenders. So I vented my frustration about that, and they said, if you guys have any questions on that, call them. But they said it was a poorly officiated play. Should have never even started. The play should have never started.
They said that, or you?
No, they told me to tell you to call them on that play if you have any questions on it.
I called them. I emailed them.
I don't even know if they knew there was a false start to start the play. The play should have never even gotten taken. Should have never started. Should have been 4th and 13.
I'm sorry, but I think maybe I'm
What do you?
What? So they said to refer us?
No. They just. I said, what am I supposed to say to the team, or to the? How do I address this? They said, not to the team, but I said, I'm about to stand in front of the media, and they said, if there's any questions on it, they'd be glad to talk to you.
Well, just so they said you asked them questions, and they said there's no comment.
Okay. Well, that's.
And they said it was a poorly officiated play?
Yes.
In your experience, is that a particularly strong wording from them? Say something like a poorly officiated play?
Well.
I mean, do you have heard that sort of thing?
No, I have not. I have not heard that. No.
Does that make you feel better or worse?
I don't feel better about it. I mean, it's frustrating for our team. I mean, I have to come in here and talk to these guys about what we have to do to win these close games, and it comes down to things like that. I mean, there were other plays. Don't get me wrong. There are multiple plays in all phases of our team that would have made a difference before that play ever came up. That play just happens to be the one that sticks out, but we had multiple chances to make a difference in that game before that happened.
Yeah, it's a road you may not want to go down, but I mean, should officials be held to discipline or anything like that? Because I'm not going to. I don't think I need to get into that. I know how we feel as guys, that coaches and players and organizations and owners. I know how we feel, the emotional letdown. Okay? Do they ever feel how we feel? Do they understand what's affected? That's what I want to know.
Specifically on the web portion of that play, the replays are so far away that we've seen, it's hard to tell. But was there a lot of contact between the two players?
I saw the same thing that you guys saw. I didn't see it. There's no restriction, so I couldn't see it on tape.
Does that make this? I mean, you've talked so many times about being close this year. Does that make this one any harder to move beyond now, or?
No. Again, it's obviously, to me, I think it's tougher to take when you do lose closer games. When they're right there in your reach. I think it's harder. It's more frustrating and more disappointing on somebody than when you went out there and you actually got beat. And so I think that's the emotions that we have going on. But the one thing that our guys know is that we have a chance to win these games. Okay, regardless of who it is or where it is or any of that, we've had chances to win these games. We just have not. That's coaches included. We're all in this together. There's no pointing fingers at anybody. It's all of us. We've had chances to win these games, and that's what you want when you step on the field.
Is that call generally made away from the play? Is that irrelevant that it's away from the play because it could have been the play if he was in fact held?
From my understanding, it's typically, if it's not part of the play, or you don't think it's going to be, because I think that's the case with some of our, I thought there were some other holding calls that could have been called, but they were away from the play, and I just felt like, hey, they didn't call them because they weren't primary receivers. So I think that's the case, but I can't say that's an absolute rule about it. No.
Your defensive coaches, do they teach BW to do anything differently than what he did on that play?
I don't think so, no.
I know you guys had other opportunities to stop the Raiders after that flag, and 2 plays later they were in the end zone, and that it's easy to say, well, yeah, you had more opportunities, but from an emotional standpoint, once the guys think the game has been won after all they've invested, what's it like to try to gear up to stop a team again?
Well, yeah, you have to, but there is an emotional draw out of your, it's like, I said this, especially to our coaching staff, when we score the touchdown and then we get an extra point blocked, you're talking about a change of emotion and a momentum change like that, and that's very similar to that. You've felt like you've won the game. You saw the emotion on the sideline and on the field. But now they got to get back and get locked in and focused on again, because now they get a fresh set of downs. And this is a good offense, especially in the red zone with the weapons they have. But what they did, we were prepared for. We had practiced the move that they hit to hit the touchdown.
Did you get any more sense on the 2 interceptions?
Yeah. Again, without watching the film, and again, I'm going to apologize to DGB, because I said something last night about him not converting the route. He shouldn't have converted the route. Okay, again, that's some of the things when you don't watch the tape and you don't get a chance to review things. And I misspoke. He did the right thing. He ran a stop route, which he was supposed to based on the coverage. And on that one, again, Kendall does have to continue on the route. And really, after looking at it, Marcus doesn't want to throw it. So it's really a combination of the two. It's an unfortunate decision, but we do want Kendall to continue the route. And but with that hurry-up process of the 2-minute, their coverage was not as clean as it should have been. As you'd like to see, and it got a little bit gray, and he took a chance with Kendall. Kendall's not going to run anything different based on either one of the coverages. That's where he should have been in that hole. But and then the other one, that on the 3rd and 19 play, he just kind of got caught. Marcus' corner's back was turned. He thought he was going to carry Harry up the sideline, and as he's getting ready to pull the trigger, they were playing cover 2, and like I said last night, the first thing he said to me, that's on me. But those are things this guy is not going to do a lot of times. He learns a lot from his mistakes.
You said he didn't want to throw it on the second one. When he let go, Kendall was 10 yards away from the guy who caught the ball. There's no way, even if he...
No. Well, he got. There was contact, and again, it's right at the 5. I looked at the tape just to make sure that it wasn't illegal contact on Kendall. I felt like it was in the legal bounds, but Kendall can't stop on the contact. He's got to avoid the contact, and whether he's running full speed or avoids it, whether we know he's going to be there or not, that's where he should have been.
Could he have physically have gotten there after?
I don't think so, and I think that's why, again, Marcus has got to, I put that on.
The final, on that interception, did you ever get a look at it yourself to see where the ball potentially could have hit the ground?
I've looked at it. I just looked at it again, and it's pretty. It was a quick review. That's what kind of shocked me, and it was quicker than I think I've ever experienced. But they must have seen something. There's enough there to take a good long look at it, but at least from our film work, there was.
Kendall, did you guys consider before that play? I wonder if you guys had considered taking a timeout before that second interception at all, or keep things moving?
For the final.
On the final drive, before he threw the second interception after the big gain?
No. Felt like we had a big play to Delaney. We're going to try to come back and basically hit the same play on the other side, because they ran the same coverage numerous times in a row. So again, give them credit. They changed the coverage up, but we were in a good mode to keep hitting them.
How much of a challenge, I guess, do you face to keep guys, emotionally fired up. It seems like early in the season, lost a close game to Indy, lost a close game to Buffalo, and then the Dolphins came to town. I don't know whether it was their emotion or maybe after a couple of close losses, it was just the team kind of lost its spirit a little bit. After 2 close losses, is it a challenge to get guys?
It could be. I think based on who's in this room, I don't feel that. Whether that was a letdown in the Miami game or not, because of I don't know. I know Miami's situation, what it was, had just changed their head coaching position. So I don't think so. We have a very good group of leaders in this locker room, and I don't think that's going to be an issue.